I will call this October 19th, 2026 Giles County School Board meeting to order. If everyone would please rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. And if I could get a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All right. First thing on the agenda is public comments. Anybody want to come forward? Do we have anybody signed up? Okay. Anybody want to come forward? Having none, we'll move on to Dr. Campbell and presentations.
Great, thank you very much. Very excited this evening to move forward with our attendance champions of the month. And happy to report that Macy McClarty Elementary School was in reception of this most recent month's attendance award, 96.13 attendance percentage for the month. We have Miss Tara Johnson here from Macy. Miss Johnson, we want to get you to come up. We'd love to get a picture of you beside of the banner. I'll share that Macy, first elementary school we've had that has earned this recognition so far this school year. And Miss Johnson have been working really hard along with faculty, staff, and students and parents to bring this home to Macy. I'm also happy to report our chronic absenteeism rate as it stands right now is under 10%, right around 9.6%, which we've set our annual goal to be below 12. So I feel like we're on track to achieve that and feel very good. Congratulations, Miss Johnson and Macy McClarty. Good deal. We're also excited to have an opportunity to recognize winners from the 2026 Southwest Virginia Governor School Science Fair and the Blue Ridge Highlands Regional Science Fair. And I followed the progress that many of these students have made on their progress, or on their projects rather, through a variety of reports. Unbelievably intelligent students that have put forth a tremendous amount of hard work. Many students that we've invited to be here with us this evening, of course, are committed to other after-school activities, but I've asked these folks, if you will, please provide this recognition on behalf of these students.
All right. We have lots of students with lots of accomplishments. So let's listen to what we have from Southwest Virginia Governor School. So Ellie Blankenship, are you here this evening? No. Ellie Blankenship, she received third place in statistics for the Southwest Virginia Governor School Science Fair, and she also received third place in mathematics at the Blue Ridge Highlands Regional Science Fair. So let's give her a clap. Maya, are you here? Maya? Okay, I think they had sporting in the room.
I said Malia.
Huh? Maya.
Oh, Maya, sorry.
Maya. Maya Gustafson, she won first place in food service at the Southwest Virginia Governor School Science Fair, and she won third place in chemistry at the Blue Ridge Highlands Regional Science Fair. Joanna Jackson. Oh. All right, Joanna, have a long list. She received third place in the Biomedical and Health Sciences at the Southwest Virginia Governor School Science Fair, as well as VCOM, Virginia Public Health and Healthcare First Place Award. She is the Yale Science and Engineering Associate Award. She won that. She won first place in the Biomedical Engineering and the Virginia State Science. And the Virginia State Science, long list, and Engineering Fair Delegate at the 2026 Blue Ridge Highlands Regional Science Fair. So let's do Aaliyah Palmer. All right, Aaliyah Palmer. She received first place in Psychology, Learning, and Perception at the Southwest Virginia Governor School Science Fair. She received second place in Behavioral and Social Sciences at the Virginia State Science and Engineering Fair. She was the Emory and Henry $1,000 scholarship winner, and that was at the Blue Ridge Highlands Regional Fair. So let's give it a Layla Sesser. Layla, all right. Layla, she received second place in consumer science at the 2026 Southwest Virginia Governor School Science Fair. Let's give her a hand. Matthew Smith. He received second place in physics and astronomy at the Governor School, at the Southwest Virginia Governor School Science Fair. All right. We have a couple more. Olivia Vaught. All right, Olivia has honorable mention in psychology for learning and perception at the Governor School Science Fair. And Gracie Caudill. All right, Gracie Caudill, she received third place in consumer science at the Southwest Virginia Governor School Science Fair. So let's move on.
Thank you, Ms. Tibbs. We're also very happy to recognize winners from our District Skills USA contest from the Tech Center. Very successful round of competitions. Many of these students will travel on for state competition as well. We look forward to being able to provide that report. But we'll ask Ms. Mustaine to recognize these students.
Okay, so we'd like to recognize the District Skills USA contest winners from the Tech Center. Is that Malia Soul? Did I pronounce that correctly? Okay, come on up, because I am happy to announce this young lady was first place in automotive maintenance. She will not need a young man to be changing the oil.
That's right.
Also, we do have Ty Smith here. Ty won second place in automotive maintenance and light repair. So congratulations to Ty Smith. Is Landon Gilreath here? Pronounce your name. I never get that right. Gilreath? Yes, come on up, Landon. I know I had you at Macy. I should be pronounce your name. He won second place in carpentry.
Nice.
Is Sarah Manning here? Okay, Sarah won third place in fantasy mannequin. Okay. Evan Webb. Evan won first place in the information technology services. And yes. John Smith won first place in medals. So congratulations. Okay. I'm going to try not to mess up anyone's name, so just correct me and I'll be happy to pronounce it correctly. So in teamwork, first place we have Antonio Bornez. You are trying to help me down here. Jacob Mills. Jacob here? No. Colin Villanova. Thank you. Nilueva. Yeah. And Jack Williams. Sorry, thank you for helping. I'm sorry, my Southern West Virginia comes out and I cannot pronounce some of these names. I'm so sorry. And then second place in team's work, we have Lexi DeLung, Skylar Keffer. Anybody here? Elijah Keffer and Cameron Neese. Are you laughing at me, Crystal, for pronouncing it? Okay. All right. Second place. So give these students a round. Anybody's name off, I truly am.
All right, we'll get a picture if y'all can kind of get here in the center where Mr. Price isn't there, and then we'll get everybody else on the side.
It's Rebecca.
Parsons coaching. He's coaching. That's where I was, yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go, and go, and then I'll let parents get a picture and come up to.
And they want to see teeth, guys, when you smile. Our next recognition reflects back on our new accountability system here that was implemented last school year in all Virginia public schools. And I'm going to ask Ms. Mustaine and Ms. Tibbs, if you would please, just to first explain a little bit about the recognition, and then you'll bring up the group if you don't mind to recognize.
Y'all need an extra hand?
Can we go? Yes. So Virginia has a new accountability system, and we've had to learn a lot about it. Principals and as well as the school board office, we're learning a lot about it. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot of calculations. There's several levels that a school can be ranked in the accountability system, and Giles County had one school that was deemed distinguished. So we would like to honor Nares High School for being rated the highest performing level in the accountability system for Virginia. Come on up.
Guys, if you're a student or staff member, please come on up.
I know, well, this is a big banner, we need lots of stuff.
It's a long banner.
I guess if they went the other way, we had to.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome.
Put it down so we can see.
Act like you like each other in there.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile, smile.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys.
It'll take a lot of space for that.
You know, they stink.
Yeah, it's nice. It's pretty nice.
Don't lose that on the way home.
Be in his backseat 6 weeks from now.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Just so I can say it.
All right, next we're gonna recognize some state champions that we may have in the building. I hope that they're here. Maybe, we'll see as we go down the list. So Tristan Brinkley, are you in?
He's right over there.
Oh, that is still on. Third place in the 100 butterfly swim competition.
Congratulations.
Hey, Caleb, is it Lastly?
Lastly.
Lastly, I'm so sorry, honey. Lastly, Caleb. He won first place. He is a state champion in the diving swim.
Yay.
We need the coach to come up with our winners. Come on up.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, that's great.
Oh, put that chair.
All right, 1, 2, 3, smile, smile.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Okay. Next we have some wrestling champions in the room. So John Smith, are you in the room? John Smith is a state champion in wrestling. He won first place. Is Carson Campos. Carson received second place in wrestling in the state championship. And Tyler Stafford. Tyler.
Tyler, you look like a wrestler.
Good
Good job.
I hate to see the person that beat you.
Oh.
I hate to see the person that beat you because you look like a state champ.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Congratulations. All right, let me see, make sure I get everybody. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right,
Congratulations.
Yeah, sorry. Yep. Great job. It's too high.
Teacher and service personnel, yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, now we're going to recognize teacher and service personnel of the month at each school. Each month, the school sends us a teacher and a service personnel of the month that they feel like are a valuable asset to their group. So first, we're going to go with Eastern Elementary. Yes. Lisa White is Eastern Elementary's teacher of the month. Currently, she is a kindergarten teacher at Eastern. She was a previous art teacher, and she was also a primary teacher at Macy. She shows up every day with a smile on her face, no matter what. She gives all of herself to her kids. She's an amazing person and a valuable asset for Eastern Elementary Middle School. Let's give Lisa right now.
Next, we'd like to recognize Amber Wood. She is their service personnel selection this month. Amber is a TA who works in the Title I room. She plans, teaches, and serves Eastern Elementary School with beyond her requirements. She is very professional and positive at all times. So that is who they would like to recognize this month as their service personnel of the month.
All right, I think Susan is here.
Yes.
Yes. Come on up.
Now
Now tomorrow night.
Yes.
All right,
Come on up,
Susan.
Susan.
Tara, would you like to come up as well?
Yes, she does.
Susan is being recognized for Macy's Teacher of the Month. This is Miss McLaughlin's 38th year in education. Her second year. She goes above and beyond for every student in the first grade, not just students in her class, giving them whatever they need. Simply being around Miss McLaughlin is a calming experience. We need to be around you a lot.
Yeah.
We are so thankful to have her on our MMS staff. Thank you.
Okay. For the service personnel of the month is Nessie Starkey. Ms. Starkey is in her third, is she here? No? Okay. This is her third year at Macy. She truly serves in whatever area we ask of her. She's always smiling and joking with her students, and she is such an asset to Macy McClarity, so they would like to recognize her. So let's give her.
Do you want to do separate pictures or one all together with all of the teachers?
Whatever.
All together. We
All together. We'll do it all together. Okay.
All right. Sorry.
It's all good. You're running the show.
You're putting a page in this one.
Elementary Middle School is next. Kelsey Lowe. I don't believe she's here. Kelsey Lowe is being recognized as Nares Elementary Middle School's Teacher of the Month. She is a third grade teacher at Nares Elementary, currently teaching math. Known for forming great relationships with colleagues, students, and parents, her professionalism and dedication to her job creates both a welcoming and effective learning environment. Kelsey has been a lead teacher in both after-school programs and summer school, where her duties extend to a more administrative role. She is loyal, dependable, and has a unique way of getting the most out of her students. She is an incredible asset to Nares Elementary Middle School and our school community.
Service personnel of the month is Shanda Green. Shanda is a teacher assistant, primarily working with middle school students. However, over the years, Shanda has worked with students from kindergarten through 7th grade in a variety of different roles. Shanda works well with colleagues and supervising teachers to effectively meet the needs of her students. Before and after each school day, she provides transportation assistance on the school bus. Always willing to lend a hand, she's versatile in her abilities to fill many roles in our school. We are grateful for Shanda's service to Nares Elementary School.
Alita, would you like to come up? Sure you do. Brian, would you like to come up?
They all sound so eager when you ask them.
That's a
She didn't know.
I don't know, she sneaked
So I
one.
tried.
Thanks, Brian. All right, Nares High School is recognizing Alita Morrison for Nares High School's Teacher of the Month. Alita teaches Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, trigonometry and math analysis. Her classroom is very high energy, and her students are expected to perform on a daily basis. She is often selected by many of our Senior of the Month students as the teacher who has made the most impact on their high school career. Her influence on her students is immense, and we are proud for her to be our selection for Teacher of the Month.
Come on up.
And her class. So smart. Tanya.
Nearest High School Service Personnel of the Month. She takes care of our students when they are not feeling well. She takes the lead when we have medical emergencies on our campus and provides knowledge to everyone involved. She is a steady presence in our building, and we appreciate everything she does for the students and staff of Nearest High School. Congratulations.
All right, next we have Giles High School. Yeah, I don't think I see Diana Blanton. Okay, Diana Blanton is being recognized for Giles High School's Teacher of the Month. She is a biology teacher at Giles High School. She is very active in the GBA, and she always supports all educators in Giles County Public Schools.
Giles High School would like to recognize the support staff of the month as Laura Cox. Laura serves as their nurse at Giles High School. Laura, I don't see her. She's not here. We all know how important that position is at Giles High School. She takes care of the students. Whenever there's a need, whenever there's emergencies, she's always on call. She's very kind. She's very deserving of this award, and we would like to recognize her as their support person of the month. Laura Cox.
All right, at Giles Technology Center, we have Derek Snyder. Is Derek here? No. All right, Derek is being recognized as the Educator Teacher of the Month at the Tech Center. He is in his 12th year of leading the Precision Machining Program at Giles County Technology Center. Derek has been instrumental in continuing moving his program forward with new technology. Derek is a valued member of the Technology Center family.
And he had a state champion.
Did he?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it was on the.
Oh, what?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
All right, so we go to
All right.
a picture of the
Yes.
winner.
If you're here,
Come on up.
like your picture.
I'm gonna be here.
Right here.
I really don't want to go.
That was a fine job.
Don't act so excited, ladies.
Congratulations, they're so good, and you're not so shy.
West Virginia.
Aren't they more than us?
I even behaved myself.
Don't do that.
All right, ready?
Does that mean I'm going?
Go.
No.
Oh.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for coming.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
I need to get credit for being here.
Morris, Dr. Morris, I guess
I'll do
they
that on-
stick around for your.
No.
I mean, I don't blame them.
Riveting.
They're saying I ain't show up to meetings now.
Got a captive audience.
Excuse me, I just think it's great. It's my first time coming to one of these meetings. I think it's great that y'all prayed before the meeting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Sure is.
Other way. She's losing her driver's license.
I mean, just leave it there, it's fine.
I'm fine with that. I like not being on camera.
I've been accused of not being here.
Oh, there you are, Amanda.
There you go.
I'm not touching anything.
Uh-huh.
It automatically adjusts, I think.
Mr. Williams may have to move down to Mr. Price.
You can sit on.
I'm all right. I just turn on it. I'll grab just the camera. Move the camera. Somebody knows how to do it.
Can she do it?
But it ain't no big deal. Go on, keep moving. No big deal.
It's automatically following somehow.
Yeah, usually when it hears you talk, it'll
Hello.
It was off last month and I just forgot to tell you.
Testing, testing. Follow my voice camera.
Hello?
There it
Hello?
is.
Hello? Come part of the way.
Here, Jay, come sit over here.
Oh, I'm okay here. I don't know, you don't get too many chances, so you ain't too good looking women.
Come on, you're right here with us. So I'm going to talk about the special education annual plan. And I always enjoy being able to talk to the board, but I know as far as educational features go, it's not as exciting as some of them. No drone footage or anything like that, but our annual plan has to do with federal funding that we get for special education. It is part of IDEA, the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, which is that federal law. And it governs most of the things we do in special education, and it outlines the process that we go through where the money comes to the state for special education and then comes to us. It's what's called flow-through funding. I did make a presentation on how picky this computer is. That's a good call. So the Office of Special Education Programs at the federal level allocates the funding to the state, and then we have to go through the annual plan process to get that funding. Typically what we do in March, well, let me back up. I have to make the annual plan. The Special Education Advisory Committee reviews the plan, and the board approves it. So typically what we do in March, I meet with SEAC, the advisory committee, and I come discuss with y'all and then take any feedback, and I will actually include the finished plan with the consent items in April for formal approval.
We got questions to roll on with what to do.
Go ahead and ask them.
I'm just curious who that committee's made up of. Is your parents on it, or who?
Yeah, so right now we have Christy Gordon, who is a teacher at Eastern, is our lead. And then Amy Wheeler is our secretary. She's a parent. Loyal Love, who is a parent, is on the committee. And then Sarah Collins, who is a parent, is on the committee. We're always looking for more people to be interested in SEAC. We meet quarterly. We do virtual meetings so they're more convenient. So we actually had some of our SEAC members go to a training at the TTAC at Virginia Tech last month to meet with the state and get more information. They said it would be great to have a school board member on SEAC. So if any of you guys are interested in that, we may be, knocking on your door and asking about that. I'll just kind of go over. So there's components in the annual plan. Those are listed out. Some of them, like the certification section, it's literally like we check boxes and Dr. Campbell and I say that yes, we did things right. There is a section on local and regional jails, which doesn't apply to us. If you are a school division that has a jail within your locality, you are required to spend some of your federal special ed money on inmates that may be eligible for special ed, but we don't have to really deal with that. There is an implementation report section where I literally will say, I told you guys last year that we would use the money for these reasons, and I did use them for those reasons, just have to confirm. And then there's a couple sections that are more in-depth that I'll actually kind of talk about. One of those is maintenance of effort. Maintenance of effort is a requirement that we have as a school division, that when we get federal special education funds for a student, we can't use those funds instead of local funds. So the idea is if we spend X amount of money for our students, we should do that for all students. And then special education students, federal money should be used for things that they need above and beyond that. So we have to budget at least as much as we spent in the years that we have met this, and then expend that. And we call this MOE. Post-COVID, MOE has been a little harder to meet for lots of school divisions. We've had a lot of retirements of long-term employees. So, you know, someone with 35 years experience, you're paying their salary, they leave and you're paying someone on a first year, that reduces your expenditure. Having a position that stays vacant, you've budgeted for that, but you're not spending it. And, you know, for a while there, we had an influx of just all kinds of different funding. So, we, like most divisions, there are 4 tests that you can do to meet your maintenance of effort. 4 different ways to compare your money. For this annual plan year, we currently meet one of the methods. You only have to meet one. But I work very closely with David and rely on him for this because this is something that's like real, just like number crunching. So we're always being creative and trying to make sure that we're meeting it as much as possible. So no worries, but it's definitely, like post-COVID, it's definitely different. Like before it was just like, yeah, you're gonna meet MOE, and now everyone's like, okay, maybe not. Another section of the plan is what is called early intervening services. So there's 2 things that can happen with your federal money. If you don't meet some state indicators, they will actually tell you you have to take a portion of your money and use it for students who are not in special ed to provide early intervening services. These are usually indicators where a division is finding too many students eligible. So they basically say you're over identifying your kiddos. So take some of your special ed money and work on doing non-special ed things with kids who are struggling rather than just finding too many kiddos eligible. Divisions can also choose to set aside portions of their funds to do early intervening services. Right now, we're not required to do it and we're not electing to do it. We have talked about what that would look like. That's actually a conversation that I had with the SEAC this month. I think it's worth looking into more like what the benefits of doing that would be, but right now, you know, we don't have a firm plan or anything to do that. Another section of the plan is called a proportionate set aside. So when you have a private school in your division, we are required to set aside a percentage of our federal funding to use on those kiddos. When students are parentally placed in a private school, it is a little different. They don't get an IEP, they get an ISP. And we work through this process and divisions decide what services they'll get. We give those students speech. That's pretty much in line with most of the divisions in Region 7 and Region 6. So when we take that percentage out, we use that money for those speech services for kiddos at JCA. Lost track of where I was. Then I have to budget the money that we're given. There's 2 different sections. Section 611 is for school age students. So that's all of our students. Students can come to special ed when they're 2 and they can stay through their 21st year. And weirdly, we never have our actual allocation when we do this plan. So we have to use last year's allocation. So our last allocation for 611 was about $560,000. We use all of that for employee salaries and benefits. We use that to do 5 special education teachers and 5 special education assistants. Since I have been the director, we've always used it for personnel. We've had conversations like because money, like, you know, it has the amount of personnel we can fit in that grant has shrunk a bit, but that's still kind of what we use it for. Oops, I got a typo there. 619 is just preschool age children. So that's students 2 to 5. This is a much smaller allocation. And actually, over the past couple years, it's decreased, not for us particularly, but for just like everyone in Virginia. It's only about $17,000. We also use it for employee salaries and benefits. So that goes towards, we have 2 early childhood special ed teachers, so that money goes towards the salary of one of them. And that is the annual plan. Yeah. Any questions about any of it?
How many students do we have now countywide? That's your old.
It's hard because we do have stride students that are also in special education. For our kiddos, it's probably around 300. I haven't looked since we did December 1. It's pretty much still, we always have lots of kids with speech language impairment, specific learning disability, those kinds of things. That stayed pretty consistent. And we had some reductions in like our numbers before we did stride, but we've stayed pretty consistent since then.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll use this opportunity to say thanks, Dr. Morris. Dr. Morris is one of those people that's here every night after I leave, still chipping away, and I know is here oftentimes till 7:30 or 8 o'clock, tying up loose ends. So I appreciate the hard work you put in on behalf of our kids. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my kids think that this is their, like on the weekend. Like, you know, like you can't actually just run around with that gavel in the whole office.
Sure you can.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I wonder if it would be possible for us to adjust the agenda just a little bit and ask Ms. Rhodes to go ahead and share with us a little information before we go into. Perfect. Is that okay with you, Ms. Rhodes? So a little bit earlier, Ms. Rhodes and our school counselor at Narrows High School came forward with a potential idea that we would adjust our SOL testing schedule this year at both high schools. And they've been working on a solution that pretty much mirrors each other, I think, in what they would like to do. Long story short, legislation's come forward that will take place next school year that will require all students in grades 7 through 12 to complete all SOL testing the last 2 weeks of school. So we're looking at a 10-day window to get all SOL testing done, grades 7 through 12. And we all know there's a lot of stuff that happens the last 2 weeks of school. So they've been working hard on a possibility that kind of lines up with what some of our neighboring divisions have been doing with success over the past couple of years. And I've just asked her to kind of walk us through what that would look like in her building. I'll take a second and brag on both of them. They came to me and had a great idea. And I said, yeah, bud, I need this one more thing. And they had to go back and kind of rework everything. They did it with a smile on their face. So I appreciate that. So you share with us what you got, if you don't mind, please.
Okay. So we're looking to implement this year, like Dr. Campbell said, because of the legislation coming down the pike for next year, which means we have to test in 2 weeks. And normally we almost take a whole month to test and spread them out. So what Kelly and I have been working on together and then for our individual buildings is trying to test the bulk of our tests in 1 week with maybe 1 or 2 days of overflow from makeups and expedited retakes. So for mine, I've talked to all my department chairs, a lot of my teachers. We have elected to try to test the week of the 11th this year, May 11th. With May 11th being a regular school day, that's one of the stipulations my teachers really wanted, was to see all the kids like that Monday so they can see them, remind them, do all the things before they send them off. Because on this schedule, they'll only come when they're scheduled to test. And then when they're not scheduled to test, they will not be at school.
Say that for us one more time, because that's the big change. That's the big crux, right?
So part of an AB schedule means that you're only at school when you're scheduled to take a test, which means there's got to be a lot of communications between the district and the schools to parents so they know when their kids are supposed to test. But that's going to be the biggest change, is that some of our kids won't be in the building. However, that is supposed to be the biggest change, but also the biggest help for everybody, students, staff, faculty. So going through my schedule, like the first day we would do like SOL, Math 8, and Algebra 1. Math always wants to cram for 3 periods, and they have really great like passing rates. So I'm like, I'll give you whatever you want. Like, just do it. And then the one thing that we had to change that was the sticking point for Dr. Campbell was the kids had to be in the building too the day before they tested, which is understandable. So we have built in every day like a prep session in the morning, 2 big tests that day, and then designated next day prep that afternoon. Of course, what's not included here is the little details like giving them breaks, making sure they're fed, and all the good stuff. So they're not just cramming every day and testing. And then we'll have two big tests again the next day, same thing, prep, test, prep for the next day. Same thing for Thursday. And then Friday, we test our older kids. So Tuesday through Thursday is 8th and 9th graders, so we can keep them in the building and prep for them. And then Thursday, we'll build in the day before prep for 11th graders and our older kids. And they'll come in on Friday and test. And then we'll have expedited retakes built into that schedule as well. And then the next, I think I put Monday, it'll be a regular school day, but what will be scheduled is only expedited retakes and only makeups, and those are very small groups of kids. So they will not it will not take all of our staff to accommodate that. So the reason for switching to this really, and I think I provided notes on it as well attached. So this year we have a couple tests that are new, which means the results are going to take longer to come back from the state. So we had to build those in earlier. Last year I think we had a new test and it said a week they would come in, and it was like a week and a half to almost 2. So which is why we felt it was better to test a little bit earlier this year so we could get those scores back. Less conflict with pre-scheduled events. So everyone knows the end of the year is really busy. People are graduating, they're getting awards, they're doing all the fun stuff, picnics. And what you see on our calendar now is not what's only going to be on there. There will be a million things added before we even get there. So less confliction with like our senior activities. We want our kids to be able to attend our senior award ceremonies so that our seniors can be recognized for all the hard work they've put in. So trying to avoid that day was one of my big things too, because I feel like our seniors deserve that. Decrease student loads, increases remediation, staff availability for remediation, intentional remediation. Those kids that we know may need more help with a different subject, we can be more intentional because we have the staff to do it. And then staff availability for test proctoring. That's where it completely says me and our test coordinator to be able to have staff proctor these tests. Cram session, like I said, that day plus next day prep. Less distraction, so we can actually, with this plan, we can look at like cutting our bell systems and decreasing less traffic in the hallways to be able to provide these kids a space where they can actually focus. Subject days is way easier. Like if we do math one day and history another day, it's easier to build in like those seniors that still need to get that verified credit, or those juniors that still need the verified credit, to build them in and provide them intentional remediation on the areas they may have been weaker at before. And then I've done a lot of research, last thing, talking to surrounding localities. So for me and a couple people at Pulaski County who might as well be best friends by now. And they pretty much say this is like the best like single-handed decision they've ever made around testing. And they said, if I need to write something up for you to tell people, I will do that. And I was like, well, maybe, we'll see. But I really think, one, the kids have to test a lot. They test in a lot of areas and a lot of subjects. They're already stressed out. Why not create less stress for them and only make them come to school when they have to test their tests? So.
And you shared a couple things with me that you kind of know up front you've got to do really well in order for this to be successful. Mm-hmm. And talk a little bit about the communication piece of it, okay, if you don't mind, please. So me and Ms. Bogus and my co-counselor and a couple other people, specifically at Giles, have talked about how we'll communicate these changes. So we all have Facebook for each of our schools, so that's what everybody's on really. Letters going home from our schools probably a couple different times to say, heads up, this is going to be changing. We're going to move to an AB schedule, hopefully. And there will be more information coming up about when your student will be coming to test. Individualized letters will probably go out, and then we will put it on all of our social medias and really just try to get the word out. And we have the ability to send the instant phone messages the night before just to those groups of people that are testing the next day you're supposed to be. So
remind all that good stuff.
We think that's going to be critical to be able to keep this moving smoothly, is just over communicating with everybody. Yes. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of moving pieces no matter what, the high school, much less anytime you're trying to test.
I feel like it's crucial to implement it this year because we're going to have bumps in the road. it's a new system, it's a new schedule, but we need to know for next year when it's really coming down the pike at us, so.
Thank you, Ms. Rhodes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you're welcome to stick around till after if you'd like, but I'd go home if I were you.
I have babies at home, so I'm gonna head home. but-
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Belton.
Alrighty, let's see, I guess the next item on the agenda is, the consent items. So we have consent items, which are the meeting minutes, from February 18th, bills, payroll, revenue expenditure reports, appropriation requests, approval of a few field trips, including maybe one that's already happened, or two, yeah, that's okay. Don't worry, we approved it. So can I get a motion to approve the consent items?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion? All right. All in favor say aye. Aye. Passes unanimously. All right, executive session, I guess you ready for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'm assuming bills, I mean,
Yes.
not bills, payroll.
Personnel.
Personnel, contract, and legal?
Yes.
All right, can I get a motion to go into closed session to discuss personnel, items, contractual items, and, legal items?
Mr. Chairman, did you miss public address?
No, I think you got it, but.
Okay, maybe did. I missed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did it.
I wasn't paying attention.
We put that second so people don't have to sit forever. Yeah, so I got a motion to go into closed session for, personnel, contract, and legal matters.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, motion and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye. Better get mine.
that we properly went into closed session for, which were personnel, contracts, and contractual negotiation and legal.
I so certify.
So certified.
I so certify.
So certified. All right. So, Dr. Campbell, I guess we're down to the superintendent's report.
Great, thank you. I'd like to ask the board move to approve the personnel report as presented.
Okay, a motion to approve the personnel report as presented.
Second.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
All right, motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I'm happy to share with you, we have our graduation dates planned. Thursday, May 28th for Giles High School. Friday, May 28th for Harris High School. Would like to ask the board to approve, I'm sorry, 29th for Harris High School. Would like to ask the board to approve those dates, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I'd like to ask for approval on the Ed Tech resolution that's in your package. This is standard information we share with you around this time every year.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I'd like to recommend that you move to approve the policy revisions as presented in your packet.
Well, we need to do that, but the other thing, we need to make sure on the policy revision, there's one provision in there, which is our electronic meeting policy, where we've got to put a date in, or not a date, a number of times for personal reasons you could participate in a meeting electronically. Now, personal reasons, there are health reasons you can participate electronically unlimited amount of times according to our policy and state statute. I think before the statute used to say 2 times for personal reasons, and that's usually what we had. We just got to put a number in there. So if somebody would make a motion with a number in there suggesting it, we can approve that policy. 3? Okay.
Move 3.
Okay. So we got a motion.
Per year.
Per year, yeah. So we got a motion to approve the policies as presented with 3 times that a school board member can participate for personal reasons electronically, that blank in there. Got a second on that?
Discussion.
Too much.
Is that per calendar year or school year?
Per calendar year, so it'd be January to December.
I just want clarification. That's it.
Yeah, and that would be for if you've got some family trip planned or something versus if you're sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Okay.
All right, so got a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Yeah, motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We had a new scholarship opportunity presented to us. You have a version of that, I think, available in the packet, right, Amanda? We'd like to ask for your approval on this scholarship as well.
I make that motion to approve the new scholarship.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
How much is that for?
It's for a VOTEC student. It's for Mr. Greer.
Okay.
For Miller Greer. I'm not sure. He did not specify. To me, did he do you, Amanda, on there?
He usually gives pretty good amount.
Yeah, well, he does it for his wife. You know, they always did it for his wife. So that'll be 2 to a tech student. So I thought it was very nice. Yeah.
It's not an amount.
We'll probably follow up on
Well, he's
that.
got to be getting up around.
No, I'm sorry. Yearly scholarship of $1,000.
1,000.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I appreciate him doing that.
Yeah, that's great.
Wave today.
Did we approve it?
I made the motion.
Second.
Nicole second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Great, thank you. Next item for your approval is the 26-27 calendar for the school year for Giles County Public Schools. I'll take just a minute and express appreciation for the large number of people that have come together to produce the calendar. A lot of input's been considered throughout the process, and appreciate the leadership Ms. Mustaine has shown working with our calendar committee and other representatives across the county. Happy to share with you a paper copy if you'd like to see an additional copy of the calendar, but this is the same one that's available in your packet. With this calendar, first day of school would be set for August 12th, which is a Wednesday. Labor Day holiday would continue with September 4 and September 7th, Friday and Monday. First quarter would end with an early release on October 14th, which is a Tuesday. Election Day, we propose that we have virtual instruction on that day, which is November 3rd, Tuesday. We're very excited about the possibility that we'll be able to offer a week-long Thanksgiving holiday, November 23rd through November 27th, Monday through Friday. We think that honors a lot of our faculty, staff, and family members that would like to have that week to be available to travel and visit with family. We're excited about the possibility that we'd be able to end second quarter and first semester on December 18th. That's the Friday before Christmas break. We would end that day with an early release. Christmas break would be maintained at 2 weeks, December 21st through January 1st, Monday through Friday, both weeks. We propose a teacher work day on Monday, January 4th, Martin Luther King holiday on January 18th, Monday. Third quarter would end on March 5th with an early release. That's a Friday. We're excited again that we'll be able to propose a week-long spring break, March 29th through April 2nd, Monday through Friday. We'd have an early release on that Friday before the Good Friday, March 26th. Last day of school would be set for May 14th, an early release day. We proposed a potential set of makeup days that are included in the calendar. Those would be Monday, November 23rd, Tuesday, November 24th. In the event of some type of extreme emergency, Monday, December 21st. Monday, January 4th, which is currently set to be a teacher work day, would be maintained as a potential makeup day. Also 2 days of our spring break, potential makeup days as well. And then Monday through Friday, May 17th through May 21st are potential work makeup days. This calendar allows us to continue to provide well above the 990 instructional hours that are required by statute, a total of 174 instructional days, 86 days during first semester, 88 days during second semester. We've received a lot of feedback on the calendar. I feel very good about it, and I'm excited about the work that has been done and the calendar we're able to put forth tonight, and would definitely like to see the board approve this calendar tonight so we can move forward.
Can I get a motion to approve the school calendar as presented by Dr. Campbell?
I'll make that motion to approve the calendar.
I'll second.
All right, motion is second. Any discussion?
Yeah, like I said, I know this thing, some store one way and some store the other way, but I honestly believe if your kids start out in the fall early and go through this process one time, and then when they're out for Christmas break, they got all that time, don't have to worry about coming back, getting back into tests and all that, they're gonna love it. And I'd support it. I think it's worth giving it a try.
Anybody else? All right. Thank you, Mr. Williams. All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, passes unanimously.
Thank you. Just a couple general updates that I'm excited to share with everybody. We do anticipate several job postings going up next tomorrow or very soon, maybe already anticipated job openings for the next school year. Ms. Mustaine and several others are working very hard to get a head start on those positions, get interviews underway and whatnot, and we're excited about what the next year holds for us as it relates to bringing in some new personnel. I'm also very excited to report back just some updated information on our middle school schedule for next year at all three elementary schools. And I'm so thankful for the hard work that our principals and several other folks have put forth to bring consistency to the middle school schedule at 6th and 7th grade across all three elementary schools, provide some additional instructional time in math and reading, and really kind of standardize what we're doing with our science and social study courses. The middle school schedule will also allow for a guaranteed PE time every day for 6th and 7th grade students of 30 minutes, Monday through Friday. So we feel very good about that. And really the only reason I'm bringing this up now is just to celebrate the hard work that our central office staff and our middle school principals and teachers have put forth to get this planned and ready to roll for next year. And I think it'll be a very positive thing for our students. So thankful for that. Quick update on our summer feeding program. Ms. Lawson is working hard to make sure that we are where we need to be on this. She has our date set. We'll probably go public with that, I'm sure, in the next few weeks. But we're expecting another great summer feeding program. We'll plan to run that out of Macy this summer. And I think that's going to work very smoothly for us. Really happy to report we're going to be able to employ some of our students, our rising and 11th and 12th grade students this summer through that summer feeding program. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for them to get a few additional on-the-job experience, a little extra money in their pocket as well. So be a good thing for us. Also, just want to share with the board in general, we are taking a closer look at how we manage and approve non-resident and zone transfer requests. And we'll be sharing some additional details with you about that over the course of the next 2 or 3 weeks. But as a general update on where we are in the process, what we currently have planned is the application to be a non-resident or a zone transfer student will be available online. So folks would not have to do a paper application at the individual schools. The application would initiate then here at the central office level, and we maintain that sort of initial database of who has applied to be a non-resident or a zone transfer student. Then folks here at the central office level would coordinate with the principals to seek approval for those students who are choosing to attend Giles County Public Schools. So we think that'll be a positive change for us and will allow us to track more closely our numbers and the impact that those numbers have on our personnel as well. And we've initiated planning for that process and working with our principals to move that forward. So folks, I think we'll see that initial application become available over the course of the next 3 or 4 days. The application would be exactly what they would expect to see on a paper version. We'll continue to have paper versions available, of course, for anybody that needs them. So I don't think, I say all that to say as well, I want to be really clear, this is not going to present any significant change for anybody that's already currently enrolled or currently a zone transfer. We're not looking to make any differences along those lines. We're just looking to manage our process a little more efficiently than what we've been doing in the past. So you'll see that hopefully come up over the course of the next week, and we'll have some communication for you and others on what we're planning to do there. I intended to pull up our new website for you and share it with you today, but the new website is up and live. And if you haven't taken a look at it yet, I think it looks great. Michelle and several other folks have worked really hard. This is another good example of one of those things that you think you're going to start and be done in about 15 minutes. And then about 6 months later, you realize it's a little more involved than what we thought, or what I thought anyway. But Michelle's done a terrific job managing that. We're meeting on Monday morning to receive some additional training on it. We're moving some things around on the website. Now that we've got the big picture of what this looks like, we can more clearly think now of, okay, this should be a heading and this should be a department. We need to move this here and there. So that kind of is the work that is left to be done. And we're going to continue to work on that this coming Monday morning with some additional stuff. But we're really excited to kind of push that out on Facebook and let everybody know this is our new website and our new go-to. But real close to having that come to fruition for us, I think. Other than that, I appreciate the opportunity to continue to do the job that I'm doing. I'm having a great time, and I'm just so thankful for the folks that I'm working with and teachers that we've got in our buildings. They're continuing to work really hard. There's a lot of stuff to do between now and the last day of school, and I'm so thankful for the work that they're doing to bring this home. But that concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Before we get to comments, we need to look at our next meeting date. It's currently would be a 4:30 meeting on April 16th, day after tax day. Everybody should be so happy. And if there's a, I don't know, if the, check your all sports calendar schedules, we'll try to accommodate that. If there's middle school baseball, if there is middle school baseball, we need to move it because I don't want you and Mr. Price to have to.
Well, I'm out of state that whole week, so it doesn't matter.
We need to move it the week before or the week after?
I'm gone the 16th through the 23rd.
You want to meet earlier that week?
That's fine. I don't want to mess everybody up.
15th or 14th, either day.
14th would probably be better.
14th would be better.
Okay, we'll say 14th at 4:30. We'll check with Mr. Price to make sure that works for him.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's why we're doing it. It's a lot easier to do this than by text.
We don't have to have a budget by April. We used to do that.
I feel bad that I'm holding this up.
Take your time. Like I said, that'll save us an hour of texting with you.
I just know I have two trips back to back, and I don't remember what day is the in-between. Okay. Okay, I leave the 13th to go home on the 16th that night. And then I leave the 19th. That's terribly inconvenient. But I can call in. I'll be on West Coast time, but.
We can, I would say, let's do it if we needed to the 13th, or if you wanted to call in on the 16th, we could get that video or teleconference or whatever you want to do. Just have time to do that.
And then the 19th through the 20th. Or the following week on the 23rd, I would be in town.
Anybody have?
Schedule really sucks right now.
We'll accommodate you best we can. You tell us, you want the 23rd, you want the 13th, or you want the 16th via remote?
Do you know when
You haven't.
you have the baseballs? I guess.
I'm not even worried about baseball. Somebody else will go watch him play. I don't know about Bo. Mr. Price. I can look. Let me look at the baseball schedule really quick. Pull up the 33 team reaches I have.
Know that.
Probably right. The 13th would probably be good on kind of budget presentation. I would expect we'd probably the earlier we can get on the budget presentation, the better.
Dr. Campbell saying maybe if we do the 13th, if that's all right, just because of the budget issues that we may.
Yeah, and I can call in. Yeah, I'm traveling on the 13th, but I'll call in from an airport.
I didn't realize. I'm sorry, Ms.
No, that's okay. I'm the worst. I'm really.
Well, we can just keep it let's just keep it the 16th if that gets us 3 days on that. If you're kind of, I don't want to say stable that day, but not.
No stability.
Yeah.
Funny thing.
But if you think that might work out, we can do it. Let's just set it for that if that's all right, unless there's a baseball game, because I don't want.
I can't even find the baseball schedule.
There is definitely a baseball game on the 16th.
Oh,
I only know that because I'm scheduled to cover it. And if we have a board meeting on the 16th, Lisa will be covering it.
Okay.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it. You'll be somewhere on the 14th, not in the air, hopefully.
No, on the 14th, yeah, I'll be in Salt Lake. Yeah. On the 14th, I'll be on the ground.
You said 13.
13th is.
That was the 13th on a Monday. I mean,
You should be traveling on the 13th.
For you guys, I'll do whatever you all want. You all tell me what you. I'm sorry.
She's traveling on the 13th. Will it be a transit on the 13th?
I will be in transit the 13th and the 16th, and then the 19th through the 22nd.
Why don't we just set it for the 14th at 4:30? We'll get you participate remotely, and that way Mr. Price can be here as well. Hopefully shouldn't have a baseball game. Of course, it's probably gonna rain and screw all that up. But maybe somebody will put a bug in Mr. Wilson's ear when they reschedule the thing. Just saying.
Yeah. I'm confused. What day was it?
14th.
Okay.
Somebody
There's
send
not a
us,
baseball game that I see on the 14th. We have
just send us a text message afterwards.
At 4:30.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fall. It's spring. I mean, it's spring sports and spring travel.
a lot of stuff going on.
Silly jobs that get in the way of all of this other great work we do, right?
Yep. All good. Well, I guess now that we've set that, we can go ahead and have board member comments and then get out of here. Ms. Price?
I'm going to keep it short because we have so much to celebrate. Congratulations to everyone who we acknowledged earlier today, both the students and our teachers and support staff members. Thank you to everybody that's gotten us to this point in the year. We're close. We can see a light at the end of the tunnel. I appreciate all the hard work of everybody down here at the central office. Y'all are juggling a million things, and we see it and we appreciate it. That's it.
Well, I promised her I'd keep it short too. Main thing, I'd like to thank everybody for all your support you've given, your prayers and your help on my foot.
Glad to see you.
Hopefully we're 80% there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we're 80%. Well, thank everybody for everything. It meant a lot to me. I guess next of all, I'd like to congratulate Nares High School for that. That was a well accomplishment. And all of our students who are here tonight, and the ones that wasn't, and Mr. Campbell and all of our staff for getting them there to where they're at. That was we've got a lot of good stuff going on. I'll tell you what, I believe this is the best school board meeting I've been to yet. I'm tickled to death, all the good stuff going on.
All right.
My turn. Again, congratulations to everybody. We had the big list and it's so exciting to see that and see people. I do kind of want to touch on this attendance thing. I think we, haven't really talked a lot about it, but I've seen these schools working so hard to get their students in the building by offering incentives things. So, and big shout out to Macy tonight. We've seen our two high schools. So it's a great thing. And I appreciate you guys' work on this. I know it's been a lot. So I've just enjoyed seeing it and seeing the buildings get excited about our kids being in school, which is what it's all about. But just thank you for everything you guys have done. I know you've worked tireless on this calendar and I appreciate all your work. And again, thanks to everybody who's come out, and even like our athletes, it's awesome to have state championships, and I mean, we've had a great year for that. So shout out to the swim team. That's a great thing. And for our wrestlers. But I mean, other than that, just thanks for everybody and everything. Thanks to Mr. Ross. He comes out every board meeting and keeps us in line with our buildings. And I think you can look at them and just really see the improvements. It's so nice. So just thanks to everybody. And it's been a great year so far.
Blessed.
That's it.
Well, I would echo the comments that everyone else has made about those things, and to kind of hit just a few more things here. One, I appreciate the work. I think we 3 or 4 years ago laid down a request that we kind of really look at providing a kind of a middle school curriculum to our kids, and I appreciate the work that was started in the previous administration and continued on, and I think we're seeing the fruits of that. And I appreciate the board, the boards I've been on, providing the personnel and the funding to do that, to think about some things a little differently, how we do that, to provide some more electives and those type things. So I appreciate the work that's continued to do that, both here at the central office and with our principals. That was something that is just, it's very refreshing to see at both levels, both the high school level and the elementary middle school level, that these folks are collaborating to make sure that all our kids are getting the same opportunities and better opportunities than the folks that came before them. So I'm really impressed with that. Want to thank Ms. Bogus and Mr. Widows at Giles High School. I was able to go there last week for school board appreciation. Felt very welcome. Was able to see some really nice things. Also got to experience a kind of a hot classroom, but that was good to see. But was very, very appreciative of that, and it was very nice to see the good things that they've got going on there. And then finally, I will be remiss if I did not recognize a good friend of mine who has served Nares High School as a football coach for 23 years. Finally, he decided to hang it up, probably the worst kept secret in Giles County for the last year. But Kelly Lowe has really been a credit to the community. It was an honor to coach with him, and I'm very appreciative that at least one of my boys got to play for him. So, and I'm very excited about the announcement that Dakota Schrader will be stepping up. I think he's got big shoes to fill, but he's got big feet too. So, be all right. So, with that, I hope we can continue to finish up. I love this time of year because there's a lot of things going on in our schools. Seems like there's kids going everywhere and I was at Nares High School this afternoon, and kids are weightlifting, and 3 different teams are getting on a bus to go somewhere different, and it's just nice to see that level of activity and level of involvement. And the weather's getting nicer after we lived in the tundra. So, but looking forward to finishing up the year the right way, and appreciate everyone's in the community, coming together and getting through this some of the kind of difficulties we've had this year with buildings and weather. So, All right, with that, unless there's anything else, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Wait a minute, I gotta think of something.
I got to drive all over this county chasing my kids down.
How many do you have in different places?
Bianca, Kenzie, Brandon, Roderick's at home by himself, and all the others are.
Your signature's next.
I know, I gotta go all the way up the creek to my mom's to get Bianca.
That's right there.
Other side of Harrisburg
This looks like
To get
Marlin problem.
Kansas for a friend.